Hello, everyone. This is Richard Gallardo Ozuna, welcoming you to my Desertscape. I want to welcome everyone for joining me on YouTube. Hit that like button, subscribe, please put a comment, okay? We're trying to build our YouTube page, and thank you everyone for coming over from Instagram, TikTok, and other social media platforms. You know, I want to share with you things that happened to me. You know, in the early, I think it was the late 90s, somewhere around there, there was a show called LAPD, Life on the Beat. And, you know, I know you've seen me on videos with film, doing short films, doing other feature films, and doing other modeling stuff. But I had my first taste of stardom, if you will, with this show called LAPD, Life on the Beat. And I was clean for about, I would say maybe 30 days. And I thought it would be a bright idea to go out and use again. And unfortunately, you know, I had a couple warrants, just some misdemeanor warrants for probably under the influence, and who knows. So I'm going down the street and I'm wondering, okay, I'm having a good time. I'm already, you know, I have my paraphernalia on me, have my pipes in my pocket ready to go, you know, possibly look for some crack cocaine. I was already drinking, and so I figured it was a thing to do to walk down a main street with an open can. Well, the police didn't think so, so they pulled over, looked at me, blah blah blah. They already know what they're looking for because they know me from the area. They picked me up, put me inside, run my name. Okay, you got a warrant. And so they bring me down this street called Columbus Street, which is called the famous C Street, is what they call it. One of the most notorious drug areas in the San Fernando Valley. And for those of you that are familiar with that area in Panorama City and Van Nuys, Columbus Street was the street. They just happened to have a sting going on, and they were selling macadamia nuts to other people who were trying to buy it. And that wasn't me. I was picked up on a warrant. But to be linked up with the LAPD, and they interviewed me, and it went on the air, and I was getting calls from cousins and everybody around the place, and it was wild. So this is what happened to me because I wasn't thinking. Not only was I not thinking, there were times that I would go to my neighbor's house who was unassuming. She had no clue what she was doing. She just knew that she wanted to help me in any other way that she could. And I would go to her house, knock on her door and say, hey, can you give me a ride down to my friend's house? Well, my friend's house was to go pick up a bag of raw cocaine and come home and smoke for whatever. And the things that I put people through unwillingly, unknowingly, because I was just so sick and damaged in the process of my addiction. You know, we can go back and forth on stories all day, all night long, all year long. And I think for those of you that have manipulated other people to do things for you to get that drug, you see it today in people that are in active addiction as we speak. And you sit back and you go, wow, I did that. Yeah, I did that. So the things that happen to me are the things that happen to you, and are the same things that are going to happen to people that are using right now, this moment, this very second, in a closet, in the back of a car, in a warehouse, in a bush, off the side of an off-ramp, smoking rock cocaine or shooting up or doing whatever they're doing. And I can only say, this has been something that I have never, ever, ever thought I was going to get out of. My destination at 22 years old was not to be on this earth. I think I made a promise to my mom at that early age that I was never going to live past 21. And what I put my family through, regardless of what I went through as a kid, it doesn't make a difference. It was a matter of not thinking of the other people that were loving and trying to look out for me, regardless if they were whoever they were. I was able to make amends to a lot. I wasn't able to make amends to my grandfather face to face because he had passed away in the midst of my addiction. But I know he's with me. He was a great man. But for you, those of you that are out there that run across my channel one night, one morning, and you've been up for a few days and you don't know what to do, you're looking at somebody that used to walk the streets. I didn't have to. I would walk the streets looking for rock cocaine any way I can, and everybody knew who I was when I came because they knew that I had money. It was nothing that I could really do at that moment. But I want to share this. From the places that I've seen, in the battles that I've been through, and the nightmares that I experienced, living nightmares, awake, living nightmares, I say. I am one person that has survived that battlefield, and I'm here living